Alright, this is the video for chapter 2.1, the incline support. Again, we're going to go to File, eventually, New, and we want to start out with a part, 3D model, and hit OK. And again, this one tells us it's in inches, so I'm going to go down here and change my units to IPS. And again, I'm going to show you could go here also, document properties, units, and you could change your, it looks like everything is one place to the, well actually it's two places to the right. That's where we want to leave it. And we're here, check all of these, make sure you're in ANSI and hit OK. Go to Sketch, choose Sketch, go to the front plane. And I'm going to start out with the line command. I'm just going to click it anywhere like that. Go to Smart Dimension. Type in 3. This is the bottom line. I'm going to come here, line, go up, Smart Dimension, 0.25, enter, line, pick up, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, go this way, click it, Smart Dimension, 0.75, enter, line, left click, up, Smart Dimension, click it, 0.5, enter, line, and see I could come over here and it lines me up because it's going to be 0.75 also. I can just click here and go up, click it anywhere, Smart Dimension, 0.5, enter. And then, just to be sure, you can go to Smart Dimension and just double check this one, and then you can see that it's 0.75. Okay. At this point, I don't know. The author doesn't tell you what that angle is. And see how I can move this around. If you happen to do that by mistake, just come back up here, click. Let's zoom into this. You can straighten that back up. Okay, I'm using my scroll button, the little roller in the middle. Now I'm gonna come back over here to line, click the end, go up, click it, go to Smart Dimension, click that, type in 1.5, enter. And at this point, what I would do is just draw it the way it looks. And what we can do is just go 1, 2, 3. Okay? Go to Smart Dimension, choose this corner and this corner by getting the dots. Type in 0.75, enter. Just choose this line, go up, type in 1, enter. And then the last dimension we need right now is the overall. And that one is 2, enter. Okay, now we have the perimeter done. What I would do is exit Sketch, go to Feature, use your scroll button and hold it down and kind of turn it like this. Go to Extrude, and where it's defaulted at 0.1, it tells us it wants 0.5. And then you want to just check that off. Okay? Go back to Sketch, choose Sketch, click on this surface. Click that drop down button, and we want to look at it from the front. You could choose this one, or you could come here and choose the front of that, and it'll turn it for you like that. And then you can scroll in and out. Now we have to put in one circle. So I'm going to go circle, and I'm just going to drop this circle in anywhere. Click it, and the radius is 0.5. Enter. Okay, that's our first dimension. I'm going to check that off. Smart dimension from the bottom to the center. I think I got the center. Let me just make sure is 1. And then from this side to the center where it turns orange. Let me try that again. Smart dimension from here to there. Some reason it's not giving it to me. Let's turn it like this. Smart dimension from here to that dot, which is the center. Click it. Sometimes you got to just kind of move it around. You'll get it. Type in 1, enter. Okay, and I'm gonna put a dimension on this circle. Just confirm. Okay, and it is 0.5. Okay, so I'm good. So I'm gonna exit sketch. I'm gonna go to feature, and remember, we don't want to add. This is where you add material here, but I want to cut that hole. And it's already picked that hole up, and it's ready to cut it a 1/2 inch. So just say OK and check it off. And that is all you have to do for the part 2.1, chapter 2.1. And remember, you want to go to File, Save As, and you're going to save this on your jump drive, but I'm saving it as chapter 2.1. Save it. Now we have our model. We want to do our blueprint. So we're going to go to File, New. Here's where we did our part, but we're going to come over here to Drawing. Hit OK. And it's already on B Landscape from the previous time, and that's what we want. B ANSI Landscape. Hit OK. Come over to your View Palette. Left click this. Come up to Browse, and I'm going to go to my. Just remember, here, let me show you this. If it already defaulted to my desktop. If it doesn't, you have to show it where you saved it here on your jump drive. Okay, so but right now the software knows where I'm saving everything. So I would hit Open. And I'm going to get all of these views over here. And here's my front view that I'm going to drag over here. And we can see that that's too big. But I'm going to go ahead and just drop everything in. Right click, clear selection. Let's see. To hit Escape. So you're going to bring this in, that one, and then hit Escape. I'm going to come over and click. See how you get this rectangle around that view? That brings up this view. And then I'm going to go to Use Custom Scale. Click that. It's 2 to 1. If we go 1 to 1, that looks pretty good. I'm going to come here and drag that down here. Okay? But you can see I'm not getting any hidden lines. So I'm going to click this view, Show Hidden Lines. Click this view, Show Hidden Lines. You can do this one too. Alright? I'm going to click this view and I'm going to shade it. And then I'm going to check it off. Now, annotate, center line. We got a hole here, and we have 2 hidden lines that represent that hole. So here's my center mark there. Okay, I come over here. The first hidden line is for this surface. The second one is here, so I'm going to click it. And just by chance, the corner is flush with the tangent of that circle. And that shows up as an object line, so I'm going to click it. So there's my center mark for that. Okay, check that off. Go to Smart Dimension. We always put our extrusion or our thickness here. Okay, now again, I did this on purpose. See how I'm getting a 12.7? And that's kind of odd because I know it's supposed to be a 1/2 inch. So right away you should know that I need to come over here and change that to IPS. And see how it changes to a 1/2 inch? And then we want to come here and put our overall height on this view. Let's check that off. Go to Smart Dimension. And don't put the dimension up like this. Put it in the center like this. Check that off. Zoom in. Just remember, when you're going to put most of the dimensions that you see in the book, but he only has one view. He only has this, so he's putting everything here. And it's better to give every view some type of dimension, like the overall height here, the thickness here. Everything else is going to look clear on this view. So I'm going to check that off. I'm going to go to Smart Dimension, click the bottom, click that line, drop that in. Smart Dimension, this line, this line. And if I do that, I may have to stagger. Let me just try one other thing. Smart Dimension, let me try starting at the top to the bottom. See if that's going to help me. And it doesn't. So what you're going to have to do is just stagger that dimension. Okay? Smart Dimension, and then you can go from here to that corner and type that in. Okay? Here to there. Let's cancel that. Smart Dimension from the bottom line to here. Try it again. I'm going to bring that out because I know I have to put a dimension for that circle. Here. Let's see if it'll give it to me again. Drop that in. And then Smart Dimension. Drop that in. And all I'm doing is left clicking. I'm going to go from this point to this point. Smart Dimension. Point to point. Put that in. And we can look at this later. There's all kind of ways you can make the dimensions fit inside. You can make them fit outside. You can change this around your dimension properties. But for right now, just learning, we're going to go with this. And see how that, you wouldn't want to do that. So just remember, you can go back, Smart Dimension, point to point, come up, bring this over, drop it in. Okay? So we have 3 dimensions for the hole. We got all of these dimensions. Just say you want to do that angle. Smart Dimension, choose that top line, choose the slope. Let's see if we can go here. Let's see if angular. Nope, that didn't work. Hit the back button. Typically you can just choose this line and that line and get your angle. And it's kind of an odd angle. And then again, hit escape, and just remember your note, drop that in, and that's going to be your name with a capital first, like that. And the title is actually here. When you save this, it automatically is looking at your part file, so it knows, but you can go ahead and do it here. Fill in any, you can use your note to fill in any of this title block that you need. And then again, what I'm not doing, but you want to put some type of material on here, and I'm trying to look, comment material, you could put it here, and any other text, you would use this, and go to File, Save As, 2.1, and you're saving it in the same place as you did your part file. And that is what we're looking for the second blueprint for chapter 2.1.